Hi everyone, I'm Amanda and welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't been posting lately and it's been a long time since I posted any video, but there is a lot that's been going on behind the scenes with the building project, which I will dedicate a video to. I'm not going to include it in this video. I'll just do a separate video on that for you guys. And also I've been doing some work behind the scenes in my garden. Today I just wanted to take you on a short tour around my garden and just give you an update of how it's looking like, what I have been doing, and yeah, what is still left to be done. We are in our second month of spring, and ever since spring started we haven't had any rain. Today is the 19th when I'm doing this video, and we only had rain on the 12th, which was last week, Thursday, our first real rain that actually helped with making the soil a little bit workable. So we are only now getting into full garden mode where we'll add more plants on the garden. But today I'll just take you around a short tour to show you how the garden looks like as of today, the 19th of October, and then I'm going to share more content, garden content with you, and also share a little bit of the progress of our building project with you on the next video. So guys, I hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, please don't forget to click that thumbs up button. And if you are new here, welcome. We hope you will join the family by clicking that subscribe button. So yeah guys, enjoy the video. I will see you on another one. This is what this bed looks like. I've got beets here, and I've got carrots. I had radishes there, I harvested them, and I've got pak choy there and a sage plant there now. More carrots, beets, and then I've got garlic here. This side I've got cabbage and onions. The onions I put in winter and they came in full growth when spring began. I also had winter cabbages that I put here, but I guess I put them late and they never really made it, so I just took them out and put new seedlings. This bed is not yet done, nothing is done. I'm just planning to get compost. That was rocket and it has seeded now. I just need to collect the seeds. I'm planning to just get compost and fill this bed with compost. My plan is to plant my tomatoes, peppers, and a few herbs here on this bed. And here I've got Swiss chard that I need to transplant. I put it in winter and it never seemed to made it, but now it's coming back to life, and I've already transplanted a few from here. Here there's nothing, and I put some seeds here. This is leek and it has already started sprouting. I also put lettuce and kale here, but I guess the seeds are too old because I got them in 2021 and nothing happened. Here I was trying to grow some sweet potato for the slips. I put sweet potato here so that I can get the slips to plant, but so far it has proven to be a failure because nothing is happening. Here I've got more onions. The red Creole and the Texas early onions. This one I've got dill here, and I have recently just transplanted some Swiss chard or spinach. Here I've got a flowering spring onion, and this is chamomile, which is about to produce flowers. I planted it last year. It was really small when winter came, but it survived winter and the frost, and this is how it's looking now. It's very beautiful and luscious, and yeah, we're going to get flowers this year. On this bed I've got this calendula here. It survived winter and it's flowering, although it's not really in a good condition. I just need to prune it down there to allow it to grow really well. I had recently transplanted cabbages here, but they never really made it. I don't know if it's the soil or what on this bed. These are the cabbages. I removed them yesterday, and then I put these spinach seedlings, which I hope will make it. This one has experienced a transplant shock, and that one, but I'm sure they will make it. And on this bed I have more onions. I have the red onions here, and I have red cabbage here. I removed some cabbages, and I'm still going to remove that one there because it's not really healthy. My cabbages were eaten by goats. Somehow the neighbors' goats managed to come into my garden. This should be bigger than this, but somehow the goats managed to come into my garden and eat most of my cabbage and some of my plants that I had planted. This is my red onion. It's really healthy and it's doing great. I also put this in winter, and it's just picking up now that it's spring. And this is the Swiss chard or the spinach that I took from the container on that big bed there. I recently just transplanted maybe like 3 or 4 days ago. Yeah, somewhere there, or last week Friday, can't remember clearly. And here I've got red cabbage, I've got some parsley there, and dill, another dill. I removed the dill but left the stem in here, so more dill leaves are growing. And I have a borage plant here and another one springing up here, but I will just have to transplant them because borage grows to be very big and it will just cover everything that is here, so I don't want this borage here. And on this bed I just transplanted marigolds, and I've got spinach there. Spinach, it looked like it was dying, but now it's slowly coming back to life. And I have garlic chives here. I've had these garlic chives here since 2021. They dry out and then they spring back to life once spring comes back, so I won't take them out. I'll just leave them here. And I've got more cabbage on the side. This one also was eaten by goats, excuse me, but it's slowly picking up. And when I was thinning my carrots, I just transplanted them on this bed. I've got 3 rows of transplanted carrots, and yeah, this cabbage looks really healthy. Yeah, I hope I'm lucky with cabbage this year. On this bed I've got carrots, 2 rows of carrots in between that I transplanted when I was thinning the first bed that I showed you that has carrots. And on the sides I've got purple bush beans. Yeah, they are coming out, and I'm still waiting for more seeds to come out from the spots where they have not yet germinated. What I've noticed is that they don't germinate at the same time. For instance, look at how big this one is. It's already producing more leaves, but this one has recently just germinated. So I'm still hoping that the ones that are not yet germinated are still going to germinate. And here I've got this is leek. And I've been having a problem with this bed. The cutworms are just helping themselves with my leek, but what I do, I just find the cutworm, kill it, and then I leave the small leek stem with the roots on the ground, and I've noticed that it grows back. All these have been previously cut down by the cutworm, but it looks like they are growing back. Where I didn't take it out, they are growing back. So I'm not really sad now anymore with what the cut. See, this is fairly new. I need to deal with this and find the cutworm. Because I see that they are growing back, I'm not really worried anymore. And I've got more cabbage here, and I've got beetroot that I transplanted from the first bed. This is Detroit red beetroot, because I've got 2 different kinds of beetroot, and I've got 2 different kinds of carrot. This is all Detroit red, and I've got red cabbage here, and one was here and was cut down by the cutworm, and then I replaced it with these seedlings. And I've got more marigolds here. The beetroot that's on this bed that I transplanted from that bed is crimson red. I've got more red cabbage. This one was also attacked by a cutworm, but fortunately it only ate the leaves on the side, and looks like we're still growing in here, so I left it in there. And I've got more. I've got marigold there on the side, and then I've got garlic there on my container. There I've got my fertilizer. I had a lot of coriander that voluntarily grew here, and I harvested the whole winter. When it dried out and started flowering, I took it all out, and I also took some dandelion weeds that were in here, and then I put them in water and just left it for like a week almost, and then I drained all the greens and saved the juice there. So I'm going to use that juice for my plants, and hopefully it will help them with more nutrients. And I've got my spring onions that are flowering here. I will have more seeds to save and plant for a very long time. And I've got turnip here. It's doing really well. But I've noticed that turnip, radish, ooh, they are loved by bugs. They are loved by bugs. These leaves are healthy, but they've got holes everywhere. And I'm also actually using them as well as a host for the other bugs to just rather come here instead of taking my cabbages and other plants that I have in my garden. And I've got a calendula growing here, and I have another calendula growing there. Yeah, I put a whole lot of calendula seeds that I saved, but only these two came out. But I'm still going to put more seeds. So this is the top garden where I have my raised beds, and I'll take you to that part. I'll take you to that part where I had my potatoes planted. By the way, my greenhouse is gone. It's no more. We had really bad winds. We had really bad winds, which also blew other people's roofs away. And unfortunately it blew my greenhouse away because I didn't have it closed. Here I had opened it. I didn't. Usually the wind comes from that side or from that side, but this time it came from this direction where my greenhouse was open, and it just blew everything away. It even see what it did to the poles. Yeah, this is what it did. And yeah, the pieces are left in the ground, so we just decided to take it all out, and it fell on our fence, unfortunately. So we had to use the pellets that were here to sort of like mend the fence in the meantime, to prevent goats and other animals from coming in. Yeah, while we are still saving for new fence to replace the old one. And here is my last year's potato patch. I've done everything on this bed. I'm only left with that part there to weed and to plant something. This bed is empty. I had potatoes like voluntarily growing. My plan was to remove all of them and plant something new, but they just keep coming and coming. So I dedicated this bed to those potatoes, and on this bed I have some here, and on this bed I also have more potatoes. I had initially put cabbages on both these beds, but the goats just destroyed them. And now, yeah, I've got spinach here. I replaced the cabbages with spinach seedlings, and the potatoes just keep coming. I just decided to just let them be. And on my I haven't done anything there on the bottom. I just have more potatoes, voluntary potatoes that came out. And yeah, that's it. I just healed them, put soil around them, and I keep watering them, because since I'm late with potato planting this year, I was waiting for the rains to come, and they only came last week. We only had proper rain last week, which actually went into the soil. So I'm only just gonna plant my potatoes now, but we will have the first harvest of potatoes. These were my potato beds from last year, and we still have more here, and we have plenty here. We have plenty of voluntary potatoes, and I'm really grateful for that, because I'm late with my potatoes this year. We've got plenty here, and we've got taro or amadumbe. We initially planted on both these beds. We harvested that one, but we harvested a little bit too late. So this one just started sprouting, and we left them in the ground, and we are going to so yeah, we'll just I won't plant anymore. We'll just have this bed and just harvest from it. I haven't really done anything with this part of the garden. We had beans, we had squash. Oh, our squash came from this garden, this lower part of the garden. And we had mealies here. I haven't done anything yet, and we're still going to plant here on. I'm planning to plant potatoes this entire area this year. Yeah, it's a new area, and I plan to put potatoes here. Yeah, so we're going to have potatoes planted this entire area here, because we've never planted before. So I feel like potatoes will help loosen the soil. And here I've got apple tree that was planted from seed, and I've got another one here. They actually had leaves, and they were growing well until the goats came and helped themselves with it. This is our peach tree. We have got 2 peach trees. This is the second year for our peach trees, and they are bearing fruit. We've got, looks like this year we're going to have peaches. Yeah, we're going to have peaches. There's quite a lot. Also, the goats like broke some branches down there, and I had to remove some, but we still have a lot of peaches left on the trees. Yeah, looks like we're going to have peaches this year, and on this one as well we're going to have peaches. And you can see that these ones are already a bit bigger. I don't even know what variety this is, because we were gifted these seedlings, and we had a few more which died out, but these 2 survived, so we put them in the ground 2021 spring, 2022, 2023. So this is their second year, and they're all already like bearing fruit. Yeah, so we're going to have our potatoes all the way here, and we also had to put some pellets down there. Yeah, because the cows just destroyed our fence and goats were coming in. So while we are saving for a strong fence, we decided to put pellets there. Back to this bed, we have like strawberries here. Initially we had these 5 strawberry plants, and they seem to like propagate themselves. Is that the correct word? I think so. And they've been flowering, but I've been removing the flowers because I want them to like grow leaves first. Here, some of the flowers I dropped here, I want them to grow like leaves first and be a bit big before they can flower and produce fruits, so that the fruits are not like visible to the birds and to other pests that may attack them, especially the birds. So I'm just leaving them to produce more leaves, and then I'll just let the flowers produce fruit after that. And here is my lemon tree and my orange tree there. They were both attacked, so they were also attacked by the goats, and now they are struggling, surviving but struggling, but they had very beautiful leaves. Yeah, but even the strawberries were attacked by the goats, but they managed to like grow back. They should be bigger than this because I've been taking really good care of them, and these trees as well. So yeah, this is my garden so far. Still have a lot of work to do down there, and I'm sorry for not recording every step of my gardening process. When I really get into my gardening mode, I even forget about recording what I'm doing. So yeah guys, this is basically what my garden looks like, and yeah, I'll take you on my gardening journey this year, like this spring, summer, all the way to winter. And yeah, I'll share more gardening content with you. We are also busy like with the house project, so I'm not really promising consistency at the moment, but I'll try to upload videos for you guys when I do get to recording. And also I plan to do like preservation this year. Yeah, preserving, like canning and freezing and fermenting some of my produce. So I hope you enjoyed this video guys. We will see each other on the next one. Stay blessed.